stream. Hey, so Tim, where are you at? You're still in the house? You're working on the house?
I hear construction.
I thought we were doing other stuff. So, just giant trenches. How long do they have to, how wide do they have to be? 10 blocks wide? Man. Ten blocks lined with wood. Yeah, that'll take no time at all. And we want one in every... And we want one in every biome. Okay. Where do we keep the bombs? Horizontal tunnels? What? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, is this just you asking me to do that? Oh, okay. Okay, well... Is it... Fuck, where was it? Okay, I found grenades. Got some bombs. We need to keep the B-nades. One more time? 3 to 6 blocks wide? Okay. Jesus. And then... Okay. We don't have those. Well, do we have any... How do you make bombs? I can buy them. Is he still up here? Which one is he? Ha. Have we not made a place for all of those guys yet? God dang it, Timmy. Some of them need to go underground. Alright. Which one's better, dynamite or bomb? Well, I'll just buy bombs. Okay. That's... I have I have 61 bombs and 13 grenades. I totally didn't see them. Where are they?
You guys facing?
Oh, I was legit asking about that. Hey, hey, David.
Hello, hello.
What was your question?
What are you guys facing?
We're not facing anything yet. We're prepping for the Wall of Flesh. Timmy is apparently not helping me. And I have to prep for the Wall of Flesh. Tim wants me to make like a bunch of trenches all over the world to prevent corruption.
Just
stuff.
around. It's a containment trench.
Yeah.
He said one in every biome.
Or you do it later.
One more
I
time?
think it's either you do the containment trenches now or you do it later. I don't think you need to go all the way down to the bottom. What you could do is just make one giant horizontal trench, right? Like cavern level, going all the way across. That way corruption will go to that, and then separate each individual biome so that once you have the what's it called? There's a certain spray that fixes corruption, and once you have that, it'll be really easy. But I don't think you really need to. I don't know. The downstairs don't matter as much in my opinion.
How far down then?
I would say cavern level.
Well, how far is
Enough.
cavern level exactly? I'm at 112 right now. Is that?
It'll let you know which biome we're in, right?
Yeah, it changes from
I-
underground to caverns.
Yeah.
So like down here. Oh, I should join the team. What team are we?
Okay, I see. What team are we?
How do I join the main
I
game? How do
do
I
not
do, like,
know
do I
what
have to
team
invite
we
me,
are.
or-
Green team.
Go.
Well, where should we begin? Let's go directly underneath this. This should work. And you want to go left, Sarah? And we'll have to line this with wood. We should actually make it, hold on, 6. That's what Tim said. Right, Tim? Horizontal 2. Alright. Well, I'm already doing 6. And then lined with wood, correct?
Is the wood counted in the 6, or does it have to be 6 in between the pieces of wood? Okay.
Alright, well, I noticed I don't have any wood. I'll be back. Lead and a lot of it? Damn. Yeah, that was not me. I think I know who I'd blame.
Not me.
A Zeppelin? Do you have wood, Sarah?
Was it made of lead? You could give. What did you ask me? I don't remember what you asked.
Do you have wood, Sarah?
Oh, yes, I do.
Cool.
Yeah, I chopped down a couple trees and placed them.
Nice. Alright. fix it later.
I'm having trouble joining.
You're not in?
No, I'm not in.
Oh, yeah, you don't need that same IP that you've been using anymore because he's local.
Okay, I tried that already. That's a different one than was in than what's in the chat.
Hey, Cam.
Cameron.
Now, you can probably say local stuff because it's
See?
the same for everybody.
Alright, give me 1 second. 192.1. Oh, repeat everything. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Close.
Is it?
I'm still traumatized over the port forwarding you and I did for Risk of Rain 1. I'm still traumatized over that.
I'm traumatized for all the port forwarding I did for Minecraft.
Yeah, port forwarding is miserable. It should be a relic of the past.
Alright. Hey, so Cam, we're making caverns, trenches and stuff. Every one of us who, you know, wants to actually progress in the game.
What's the password?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Dot. Oh no. He's gonna use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 next time.
Oh no!
See, we are green team, by the way.
Yes, we are green team.
Ah! I win the green.
Where are we building caverns?
In the caverns.
I mean, yeah, I assume like boss arenas, yeah.
No, not boss arenas. We're actually
Quarantine
we're having to build super long secret tunnel that that encompasses both sides of the world.
So
Then
that the
line
corruption
it.
doesn't spread too much.
Yeah, then line it with wood, and then what we'll do is we will also take. We'll go up above ground and we'll throw bombs until we make trenches that reach this cavern.
What the fuck is? Oh,
Oh,
hey, what is this?
The point of this is that apparently
This
when
thing right
we
here.
enter hard
What the
mode,
fuck is that? No.
apparently when we enter hard mode, things get real bad. And there's a lot of spreading corruption and shit. And this will keep the corruption from spreading past like our little stop gaps.
Oh, I might.
Yeah.
it's real bad.
Real bad.
Hard mode.
Yeah.
I'm coming up. Attack
So
those.
painful.
Open it up, I'll kill them.
So yeah,
Also-
that's what this big thing is.
Cameron, Timothy said something about not lighting all of it. I don't know what the rhyme and reason behind that is.
Don't light all of it?
Just so you know. You said don't illuminate all of it. Or I thought you did.
What are we not illuminating?
Oh no,
The
don't
tunnel?
eliminate. Don't eliminate all of the corruption when we start trying to push it back.
Not illuminate.
Until... Oh, okay.
Because
Oh,
it's
no,
used for
beautiful.
something, I assume.
It's like illuminate.
Do you have any
So,
wood, Cameron?
oh, I thought you said you had wood.
I do. I'm just making sure that he does.
I have some wood, but
Okay.
not like a ridiculous amount.
Oh shit. I have wooden platforms,
to
guys.
I have stuff like to share. Here.
Can do.
I just gave you a whole stack of wood, and you left.
Who cut down trees without replanting? That's what I want. What is it? Monsters.
I just gave you half of my wood, and you left.
Yeah, someone. I am so. Look at this. I gotta fix it.
Oh my god.
If they want this
I'm so mad.
I'll be back. Right now, I'm doing God's work.
Okay.
Wow. Appreciate it. Oh,
Oh god.
so much.
This is gonna take forever. Because Timmy wanted it to be 6 high.
I really do love this.
Yeah. I'm honestly gonna work on lining the top of this after I dig out the rest. Dig out the whole thing.
Do you miss the bees?
Oh,
The
today's
bees!
Day.
What?
Today is some bee day.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was on
B-Day, I guess.
It was on my desktop search for whatever reason. And I hovered over it and it told me.
Everybody talks about B Day. What about C Day?
What happened to A Day?
No one cares about that.
We shouldn't talk about D-Day, though.
Yeah. We just never observed.
What, you don't celebrate your grandparents, Timothy? What day is it? Oh. That's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate.
Oh, there's a reason,
Well,
son.
about that.
Let me enlighten you.
About that.
Jesus. You mind lining the top?
Got you, Sam.
Also, Tim, if you actually do want to move my minecart down here, I mean, like, might as well. Tear it all down.
Oh, David, you need to see my new mount.
Bring it here.
I'm coming. You need to see this. I think you will appreciate this greatly. It's also very pretty. Oh, okay.
I'm ready.
Oh, wait. The railroad is there.
Oh, that is one big bunny.
Look, it's speedy too. Watch. After we get into this, I will race you. Ready?
Wait, let let me get on. Wait, let me get on the milk. Wait. I think I'm faster on speed.
Hey, but look, I think it keeps up with speed actually.
Okay.
It outpaces me
Yeah, I
with
think
my
it
Hermes
outpaces
boots.
shoes a little bit. Yeah, I was very happy when I saw that.
It's-
Where'd you get it from?
I don't even remember actually. Oh, was it the angler?
Y'all been doing Angler Quest?
I've been doing angler
Hey.
quest, yeah.
Not as annoying.
That reminds me, I might go for a second. Ice crates, yeah.
You succeed?
Crates for ice skates. It's miserable getting those crates. Technically.
What do you mean technically?
He went to another world to get them.
Ah, yeah.
I don't even think he got ice skates for me though.
I don't think you seem that invested.
Oh crap.
Yeah, no one's been very.
I would like to have
Oh,
had the opportunity to join.
I went into my own world.
What's up,
and
bud?
fished a little bit. At like the very end before I gave up fishing, I found a frog leg. So I
bothers
have
me.
that gladly.
Oh,
Here. Where's my people?
It was like the last thing I caught before I gave up. I ran out of the last sonar potion I had. It was the last thing. Very fortunate.
the pickaxe sound is so loud. I'm good. Mid eclipse 8 run. The pickaxe sound is loud? Shit. It is not very loud to me. Here, you continue going. I'm going to look at the game volume.
Yeah, how is that Eclipse 8 going? Glad I know it's suffering. I think I'm on 6 now with Huntress and it's awful.
That should be better.
I did beat Eclipse 1 with Commando, so
Nice, nice.
that run was broken from the beginning though. That was the one I was talking to you about. I had like ridiculous shoot speed and poly loop stage 1.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That was just a nice run altogether, for sure. Did I tell you about my close win? I don't think you did. I knew you were on Eclipse 8 recently.
I feel like it's worse getting almost there.
Yeah. As someone who's had a lot of close victories, but not quite.
Yeah.
I can tell you I prefer winning the game.
Don't worry, you'll be happy when they finally release Chef.
Yes. Chef.
You never even played the first one and you're like, Chef, finally.
That'd be so fun. What you said about him, it sounds so memey. I'm just so excited.
Was Chef a mini character? I don't really remember.
It sounded memey to me.
Like he was, though. Those the other Risk of Rain 1, man. Remember? He was a weird one. Though I do miss the way that they did artifacts in the first game. I think that was more fun.
More fun?
Yeah, it wasn't like a code thing like it is in the second game. It was actually like maps had like hidden areas that were difficult to get to unless you had like certain items. And you had to actually like find the hidden areas and collect the artifact.
Gotcha.
I don't know, I find that a little more entertaining.
Blood said, one of my Eclipse 8 runs died on Mithrix stage 4 purely because the ice wall didn't freeze him. He
Ooh.
slammed in one shot.
Oof.
Sad.
Is a big oof.
Why were you on the ground?
Yeah, I never stay on there. I'm always up on the platform for Mithrix. Always.
Well, as Artificer, like, getting slammed?
True.
Oh boy.
Okay, I'm not finding this fish that he wants, so I'm gonna go to
Because
the other beach.
if he shoots while I'm in the air, I'm dead.
Yeah,
I guess.
I guess that would be hard to dodge.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to play the game.
Same. Please, I would just like the fish that the angler wants, please.
Do you not
Are
have
you
the auto
fishing?
thing on?
The auto
Take a-
thing?
Yeah, the auto swing.
No.
Where it automatically
No, I don't.
Hit control.
Hit control.
makes digging tunnels a lot easier.
Fair, fair. I see.
It's almost like autocorrect in a way.
That's one way to look at it, yeah.
I can't really think of a better analogy for it.
You're right.
Please. Give me a clownfish, please.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm better encounter spiders.
Spurs.
Encountering spiders.
Oh, they're webs
Oh,
ahead
hey.
of us.
That's great.
You know, considering the fact that we're preparing to enter hard mode, it scares me because that means, well, we're about to be in hard mode.
Oh, it's terrifying. But it is rewarding.
Never actually done hard mode yet.
It is terrifying.
How you doing over there, Sarah?
I'm fine.
Having fun?
Yeah.
That's
Just
good.
chilling.
Thanks,
Oh,
Jacob.
now,
Yeah, no
Now
problem.
You are such a good friend.
now that we're all in here, what did you guys think of that scenario I posted in the chat yesterday?
I told you what I thought of it.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird that they did that, though?
I think it's uncomfortable. I don't think it's necessarily. I don't think they should have done it, but people do that kind of crap all the time.
Yeah, I know people
Yeah.
do it. It's just weird.
It's not
Sometimes
surprising
It's
at all.
just weird.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not surprising.
It's not surprising, but it's still weird.
Oh, hello. Let me get it on top of you real quick.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm on top.
You're just gonna let him say things like that on stream?
I can't stop him.
Yes, he is.
True.
Oh man, it's been so long.
That's sure, of all the games out there, that sure is one of them.
It sure is a game.
They should make a second one. Yeah, fully 3D.
No.
Yeah. Really get your money's worth.
No. Hey, Sarah, how about you talk for a while? I'm tired of these guys talking.
I really, to be honest with you, I have absolutely nothing to say.
There you go.
It's been,
No, she probably does.
of course, I know what you're talking
Getting...
about.
Oh man, she must think we're weird then. It's a good game.
No, I just, it's been a long day. I was up till 6 a.m. with work. It's been,
Boo.
yeah, because it was an install night, so
Oh,
we
fuck.
stay up all night,
Ooh.
sleep. You know, it was fine. But I just don't have a clip for it. That's all. That is why I am silent.
No, that is fair.
The clips.
That is.
Wow.
I'll save my clips for.
God.
When will you learn?
Oh,
When will you stop on that?
go ahead and get above.
Yeah. I'm on top now.
Jeez.
Hey, Mount
Like
Your
being on
Friends
bottom?
was an entertaining game. You have
It
to-
was an entertaining game.
It was a game.
Please, I would like a
Oh,
fish.
sorry.
Or luck me out?
No, I didn't really think about it.
Wow, that game is old now.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, don't
How
forget
old?
they made a 3D version.
They did make a 3D version?
What?
3D it's 4 years old now.
Oh boy.
I mean, I guess that's the next logical step.
Yeah. I don't have to be happy about it.
Yeah, it's Mount Your Friends 3D. Subtitle is A Hard Man is Good to Climb.
What?
He knows what he said.
How could you that Okay.
That's the title of the game. I don't know
Was
what
it
you want
good?
me to say.
Is it on Steam?
Yeah. It is on Steam. I mean, it's the game just in 3D.
Yes.
Sarah last name.
No, I don't think so. Okay. I could
Wait.
Top Simulator.
Oh,
let it
hey, actually, yeah.
What is Tabletop Simulator? Is that not what we do? Oh, okay. Cool.
Hey, you know, after this we can get on there and play a quick game of Forces.
Nope. I have an excuse. I don't wanna.
They do have 4 souls on there though.
Yeah.
He introduced Sarah to Binding of Isaac 4 souls.
No. I
There are
veto.
so many other games we could play.
Yeah,
So
I
many other
I
better
also vote
games.
for other games. Anything. Anything else.
Do they have that on tabletop though?
Force Salt? Yeah. I've
For
seen
free?
people. I've seen people play it on there. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I saw when I was at the store page that they had DLC. That
But I
was
mean, I-
yeah.
I
So
think
like it's
the
the
community made stuff though.
it's from like official. They work with the developers of certain games, certain board games and stuff, and they release high quality DLC.
Gotcha. Well, but that's not necessary to play those games. There's probably
It's probably lower
Crowdsourced.
quality versions.
yeah. Something something werewolf?
A woo.
You say
Oh,
woo?
Ooh woo.
No,
No.
uwu is
Oh,
what she put in her text to me earlier.
No, I put it in my to-do list.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
That's
it right.
why. Sorry.
Is that
I'm getting all the wires crossed.
What do you want to do next session? Ooh woo.
What?
I mean, that's pretty much Aramaya's to-do list.
I actually haven't looked at yours yet. You just sent it to me.
I've been thinking. I can't really think of much. I have one thing on there that's kind of.
Have you watched
It's very generic.
the sessions yet?
I have not
Watched
watched
the battle.
I don't think he plans to.
I haven't watched them, but I have gotten like a TLDR breakdown.
You gotta listen to it.
Yeah, I'm just glad I was there for the big fight last session.
Yeah. So are we.
Yeah.
A good
Timothy,
fight.
what do I do with this? And do you want me to do it now or later?
What are you talking about?
Timothy sent me something.
That's a
Oh,
product
tabletop.
code for Steam.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So what you should not do is read it off. Well, yeah, I would say use it first and then you could read it off. But don't read it off. I ran out of wood, Cameron. David. Jesus.
My name is David.
I know your name is David.
Strip my name away from me and give me another. How dare you?
Do we have more
Blasphemer.
wood in the chest?
No clue.
I didn't put any in there. Any I farmed up, I took with me.
There's 714 in the chest.
No,
There you
what
go.
doesn't
Have
go
you
on?
cleaned up my my rails yet, Timothy? How dare you?
I mean, if you do want wood, you can just dismantle that really long thing up top.
That is true.
There is a lot of wood up there.
That is a strat.
Go get
His
some.
really long bridge that he built all the way to the right side of the map.
That's what I was telling him to dismantle. Because we can now
Yeah.
put that down here.
Yeah, okay.
With
Because
gusto.
you're
With
bad.
determination.
There's enemies. You haven't informed the local enemies of your invulnerability?
I assume, are we gonna do wood
Here we
walls
go.
in here too? Man,
I was gonna say bonds.
yeah. Walls.
Do you have an aesthetic preference?
No. We've just gone.
Thank you. Same.
Make it.
Okay, that's very important. That's a very important thing because now Jacob and I have to coordinate on what we're going to do.
I recommend gold.
Ah,
I bet
yes.
you do.
I unrecommend his unrecommendation.
Got him.
can't do that. That's part of the rules. You can't do that.
Oh,
I
hey,
wrote the rule book.
David. Jesus
Yep.
I
Christ.
am.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait.
You wrote the rule book. I am the rule book.
Fuck. I can't fight that.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, nope. He said he's the rule book.
True. You know what? I'm just gonna give up on this fish for today. Because
Cool.
he's about to switch to a different mission anyway.
You could... You could help Sarah dig her side.
I did gather a bit
I'm
of
not saying
wood.
you're not doing fine.
Slow and steady. It's all good.
I will deliver the bit of wood I do have from the trees.
All I'm implying is that I feel bad that I'm the only one with help right now.
I'm just chilling. This is a lot.
I'm not helping you. I'm helping myself.
Fair enough.
I'm on my bunny.
Cameron's on his buddy. That is the current state of things.
I see.
Cameron, do you want to
Bunny that I
line?
have.
Oh yeah, yeah. That helps because I only had 7 left.
Not much, but it's
Shit.
something.
It ain't much, but it's honest. Appreciate it.
Fire.
Fire.
Fire?
I
So,
don't know why. I just find this wand really cool.
oh, it is very nice. Ooh, gold. Thank you. Don't mind if I do.
So, just found out scavengers can spawn stage 4. I just got one shot by him. Had a corrupted Dios, but now I have Benthic Bloom, so I guess the game is over.
Ooh.
It's not necessarily over. Benthic Bloom can be good, it's just often not.
Water!
But I mean, that story was over as soon as he found out scavengers can spawn on stage 4. Like, that story's over.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is, but... I lost 3 bands on Artie. No, you just gained 3 different bands. It's all about perspective, Blood. It's all about perspective.
You say that, but the items he gained were like...
Pretty gross.
Were so, yeah, the 3 items he got were like 2 clovers and like the drone parts. Like something useless.
Yeah.
compared to bands.
Hey, drone parts aren't useless, you just have to buy drones.
Forehead.
It's true. Drone parts are pretty good. I like them. I gained 3 shit bands. What do you mean? I mean that if you look at it positively,
Yeah.
If you look at it, you know, differently.
you just have to
Or something.
change your mindset.
It's skill difference.
Yeah, man. That's what it is.
Skill difference, just get better at getting randomly assigned items. Skill
They
is
can get good.
Are the corrupted bands actually worse than bands?
in my opinion, I think they are. Because they don't do immediate damage. I mean, they do, you know, kind of suck things in, do the explosion damage after a while.
Yeah, they
But I think
do
they have
that.
the double. I think they have doubled cooldown than the normal bands.
Oh, really?
I think their cooldown's like 15 or 20 seconds as opposed to 10 with the normal bands.
Corrupted bands do abysmal damage. Gotcha. But you get a free primordial cube with them.
Is that really worth?
Primordial cube effect? No?
Yes,
know-
they do. I just looked it up. Oh, they do bad damage.
You said doo-doo.
Yeah, the singularity lasts for 5 seconds, dealing only 100% damage with an extra 100% per stack
Oh,
total damage.
that's
Recharges every 20 seconds.
that's pretty bad.
Yeah. And double the cooldown of the normal bans.
Rest in peace. There's hope if I
Oh,
get Head Stomper. Hey, you could. You have Benthic Bloom.
true. Head Stomper would be nice and arty.
Yeah? Especially if you're rocking alt.
Okay, what is this?
You can just pogo stick people? Oh man. Like the true
True.
pogo stick too. Get the downswing. I like that David's just like, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about right now.
What do they mean?
I'm just not even trying to participate.
No, I know. It's fine.
Building a tunnel.
He do be building.
He always goes for like the direct to video Lion King reference. Yeah.
Got
Yeah,
it,
that's
nailed
you.
it.
He was like, I didn't know you knew where that was from the one time I sang it along with him. And I don't think he realized that he just sings it a lot. So I was like, yeah, I
Getting
know
called
it
out right
from
now.
you. I ate it.
You gotta do something about that.
King Slime has
No.
awoken. Hey, you should deal with that.
Where is
I'm
it?
digging a tunnel right now.
Yeah, I'm also digging a tunnel right now.
I got you.
Hey Sarah, you still digging a tunnel right now?
Oh, I'm gonna
I
fight it.
am.
I'm gonna fight it.
Wow.
Where is it? Where is it?
Oh, did he leave me? Oh, okay.
Yep.
It's no big deal. I mean,
It's just
we've
King
already
Slime.
done a decent amount of damage, yeah.
I am actually out of wood, so I'll be up there.
Fair.
shortly.
Okay.
Ooh, I can use my bee bow that I haven't used in a while.
We've made pretty good progress. Honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the bee bow is the way to go.
Bebo, way to go.
Evo?
Bee bow,
Bebo!
easy.
Yeah!
Bebo sounds like a lovable sidekick character.
What I get?
What did I get?
Ooh,
King Slime mask.
I got the slime pretty. Oh, I did. Oh! Where was that? I don't think I have a wood bag.
True.
How,
It might
how
be
does
in
one-
your chest. I wouldn't say nobody wanted to do it. I would say nobody did it.
Yeah.
I already have slime.
I also already have a slime mount.
I have one. You just passed me.
Yeah, I have the slime one. I prefer the bunny anyway.
I love the slime mount. He's my best friend.
He's your best friend. Oh, I need to sell things. Oh boy, I need to sell one. I'll do it later.
What did he give me?
Right now it's sticky time. Morphing time.
Is it?
Hey. Definitely not a copy of Power Rangers. Yeah. Huh. That's good stuff. I like Beetleborgs better. They've got like a Ghost Elvis thing. They got like a Halloween, a discount Halloween theme going on, mixed with Power Rangers, and it is fantastic.
Uh, yeah, you should have some on the sides over here.
All these holes, Jacob.
What? Oh, that was
These
to
are-
let water run through.
Are they more?
You need more holes. What
Oh,
was the question,
something
Timothy?
17? Nah.
What was your question?
This is too late to order pizza.
Oh, Domino's
Uh,
on delicious.
You
No,
guys
it's not-
could
I don't
still
think it-
do it.
I'll split a pizza with you.
That's like one slice.
It sounds so good.
Yeah, there's no point in getting.
I'll let
pizza
you get
in
up.
one slice.
I'll give you a shelf.
Thank you. Mine elf?
Yep.
It sounds so good.
You could do it
Pizza.
tomorrow.
You got water. Oh, somebody dug a thing here.
Oh man.
That was somebody's drain pipe.
She's just moaning. Ginger, what you want? Expectantly, right? Because she's a dog and she can't. Correct. Like owner, like dog.
All gone now.
Aww.
Jesus. What?
Oh, no problem.
Did I just hear somebody with a case of the not my problems? Yeah. It's wild. Look at all this water.
I think we should just keep it. Let this be a water tunnel.
Yeah, I do see what is also not my problem. What's that? See, not my problem. See, there we go. Not my problem. No, it's not. See, I'm fine. It is not my problem either.
Somebody is in denial. I don't know who is.
I'm also quite confused. I was looking at his screen and I still didn't understand what was whose problem.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Don't know what you're talking about. Zero problem. No, zero problems. There are approximately zero problems happening.
I'm so confused.
Do not engage.
True.
Why do I know you're right?
Make it better.
I figured out where I was supposed to go last night, Cameron.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was actually at the spot I needed to go. Wait, were you in chat and we talked about this actually? I can't remember.
We talked about it a little bit. We were looking at a walkthrough.
Yeah. Yeah, it's literally right there. That little like warp pad thing
Oh
that
yeah.
I looked at, and the messages were like, "No, don't go this way," and I believed them. So
Yeah.
sad.
It don't matter. Pick one.
That's pizza.
What?
Give me
Yeah,
a second.
yeah, that's the one. Are you ordering?
I will eat anything you do not. I do not have your.
I will stare at you both, judgmentally.
Vegan judgmentally.
They do not. You do not have
That's
to
a
tease
solid-
me.
That's
I
a
already know.
solid No. Whatever one works. Whatever they recognize.
The old one.
That's what I usually do.
You'll probably still have to explain it to them.
Yeah.
Yes.
You'll probably still have to explain it to them.
Yes. But mention what I always did in terms of delivery. I mentioned the cars that are out front,
Yeah.
so they know which house to look for.
There's also a chance that they just don't deliver to us anymore. Thank you.
Yes, I need someone to handle my problems for me.
I thought you said you didn't have any problems.
I mean,
Somebody's
real life,
lying?
not in the game. There are no problems in the game. In real life, that's a different
Oh.
story. But
You
up
wanna
here,
talk about it?
on the surface in the game, zero problems.
What the fuck?
They might not.
I remember.
I
We're in a
never been
weird
able to get-
spot.
Yeah,
I've
I
never got
remember
them to be able to deliver to us. I had to pick up.
Yeah, I remember them being iffy. You could always do like DoorDash or something. That'll get it to you.
Yeah, DoorDash will work. Or Grubhub.
Oh,
That's
that.
also an option.
Yeah. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. I'll be sure to talk with Sarah about all the things she's got going on.
Everything going on in life.
She was very happy to share earlier, I thought. Huh.
For what? Okay. Just let me know.
So this is going to be a problem, isn't it?
What are you? What?
No. You see it, don't you, David?
Ah!
Thing I'm
Oh,
about
we
to
can
run
go
into?
through that. We can go through that.
Okay. Well, I mean, I know I can go through anything, but is it going to just put traps randomly?
Not if we clear it out. It's
Not-
like any other. It's a bio. The dungeon is a bio.
Oh, so if we get rid of the walls and replace
Yeah.
them?
I believe so.
Okay.
Hey, let me get on top. Let me get on top.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Be here too.
That's a blazing wheel. You will be
it
digging
is
that.
stuck. Let me pop it on its way. It is currently stuck.
Yeah. It will not be stuck for long. Hey, Blood's playing Risk of Rain.
There you go,
Oh boy,
bud.
back to the eclipse grind.
Ah, fuck you. Fuck you.
I don't have anything that can go through walls yet. I guess you do.
Kind of. I can
Something.
some of my minions.
Yeah, something
Beyond.
worked there, so.
Hello,
Oh,
friend.
he said, I forgot I was invisible from last night. Ignore me. Did you just
That's right.
leave me?
I definitely did something. And it
This
might
man
have
just
been leaving.
accidentally magic mirrored. How dare you?
I'm ready
It's
to
fine, you
attack what's
got it,
behind
right?
that wall.
You bitch.
you got it, right?
I can't hear what Cameron just said to me.
I'm ready to attack what's behind that wall.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh no. I trapped your bee.
Nah, it's fine. I can just do this.
What armor am I wearing? I'm wearing...
Do we have...
They do that sometimes though. The summons will
Hey,
just kind of
sing your that way, David. You wanna just pick up some walls so we can like clear this out as we go.
I am in the tundra.
Awesome.
Worm?
Alright, I'll be there.
Also, there's a chest that we cannot get rid of because we can't open it with a key right now. Did you hear that?
Interesting.
Do we have a dungeon key, Tim?
I
Do we have a dungeon key? Because there's a dungeon chest in the tunnel. Yeah.
Looking safe.
It's
A lot
up
of,
here.
lot of cactus down here. Into those.
There's one up here.
There it is. See if I can squeeze the fireball in there.
Ooh. Hang on. Hang on. Nope. That would have been funny if I had opened up.
You
the,
can try one of those
opening.
shelves.
on you.
It's in the blue Tupperware thing. Fair. I would also rather have something fuzzy, but I don't.
But, yeah, I'm just
do.
chilling.
Just chilling.
Unless you want to put up walls in the non-desert portion.
Nah, I don't have any walls.
Okay.
But I am here to be a bodyguard.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Another aspect I do like about this fireball one is like sliding up this area down here on my map for me.
I actually could really use a bodyguard at the moment. Cameron. I'm digging
can
through
handle
the
Good for now.
dungeon.
Are you good for now?
Yeah, I am good for now, but thank you.
I am coming on the bunny.
I'm digging through the dungeon and it's not going well. Huh? Oh.
Running.
Jesus. Bro, please. Stop.
I am rapidly approaching.
I am rapidly trying not to die. Jesus. Okay.
I do love this fireball wand.
I'm
Can't get
glad
enough
you
of
like
it.
it.
Fire will.
Uh,
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah,
It's gonna go hit him probably.
there's not really much I can do about it until we get rid of the walls in the tunnel section of this.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything can spawn in here at that until that happens. Boy.
Alright, I beat the 100th Dark Caster.
Set up and everything.
Congrats.
It is sort of fight adjustment to you. You can like lean it up against the tree.
Quality audio on the stream.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So pristine what they're saying.
Then you can use it in the
Where do these wheels keep coming from?
They just spawn here.
Oh
And
man,
it's kind
I am
of
so happy with this. I am definitely. Yeah, 100%. I've been watching this for a long time now.
Yeah, oh, dude, I literally, oh, I'm so sad. I sat down and
Fucking spikes. I picked the right way to go.
I actually just got a key to open that chest.
GG, open it and then get rid of the chest. If you don't mind.
Not much interesting in it.
Doesn't have to be interesting, just has to be gone. I can't get rid of that.
That's gonna be a problem.
Well, it's about to just come hit us. Ready? Oh. Yep, there it goes. There's another one coming. No ragrats? No rugrats?
Uh, Guess what was in that chest though?
What was it?
Magical non-fire version of the guns that we use.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, see, look.
It's pretty cool.
Keep it. It's interesting.
Yeah? Is that stronger?
No, it's slightly weaker. But it's like, it doesn't have any modifiers on it. It's just a basic
Right.
weapon.
There's about to be quite a few of bad unleashed upon us here. Oh, there's a fucking ghost.
Things are
Hey,
bad
David.
here.
Might be 3/4, by the way.
I realize.
Oh hey, Mr. Sigurd.
Sigurd.
I am also out of wood
I found
again.
Crap, I
an
can't check
alternate
anything.
version.
I
I
can't
found
use
an
that.
alternate version of the wands that we use. It's magical.
I'm out of wood. Do you have any more wood?
I've got 51 wood.
Hi.
I do not have
Well,
any.
Huh.
start making floor. Or not. Goodbye.
We gotta start over here.
Or are you just putting in ceiling?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's forever.
Yeah. Hey Sarah, how much wood do you have?
30.
Cool.
Sounds like we need to restock.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a while before we can actually. 'Cause that's a lot of wood we need,
Yeah.
and we only have so much in the wood farm. Yeah. We might have to start another wood farm.
Yeah. Gonna have to start something.
Hey, Ginger.
Called a wood farm and not
What are you
like
doing in here?
forest.
Ginger's in your
Hi.
room?
Yeah. Hey, baby.
Did you both leave me?
Yes.
Well, I died. Cool. Well, I'm gonna go cut trees, I guess.
May as well, I guess.
It is very nice. I thank you for your sacrifice. Did you buy it off like Amazon? Oh, you did? Where did you send it to? Excellent. I think I remember. You said it was $20. Yeah.
How much was it? Is it actually? Jesus.
That one, and then there's the other one that. Yeah, so it seems like the what I like just the base one, the curve itself is like $30, which is yeah. I'll get the that works out better. I'm gonna get a better chair too. I
still just have a tungsten axe.
to go looking at that. Thank you for sending. Have you sent your order yet? Okay. By the time, honestly, us driving there right now, they will have it done by the time we get. I have every single time I just go straight up there after ordering, and it was ready. What acorns was that?
I've got a few.
Oh, okay, we got 3 uniforms. I'm gonna start another tree farm because we be lacking
Alright, cool.
on the wood department. I see prime real estate. Everything. Okay. How much I got? We got so much.
Alright.
Oh? Is that what I think it is?
I don't know, is it?
Let's see what it is. Oh, yes it was. I found me a gold worm.
Gold worm.
Yeah.
Yep,
50%.
another stage 4 Mithrix defeat. Turns out Void Jailer doesn't one-shot him. Oof. Do what?
It is
Yes.
actually.
Timmy, what are you doing? 'Cause to me it seems like you're doing the exact same thing that we're doing, but not helpful. What is this for? Huh? It goes to the left. I see, but aren't you making housing for all of these guys? Gotcha. Alright. Okay.
The pylon. Yeah, I tried to use it and it told me that I couldn't.
Yeah.
Sad.
Are they upset now? Oh, the pylon's in a
Too
place
far.
with no
Pylon's
people.
not next to them anymore. Yeah.
Gotcha. Is there a reason you left demolitionist up there? Okay. I also don't know. If that makes you feel any better.
Good.
I now have 536 wood, my bad. It's not enough to do anything yet, really. Where would you put all the walls, Tim? Are all the walls together, or are they separate by material?
In our chests, I assume.
I don't have extra.
He's looking for them
I'm looking for them.
to wall the benches.
Gotcha.
Oh, there you go.
Well, okay. I'm gonna take all this stone then, And I'm gonna turn it into walls. And I'm gonna go start doing that down the right side.
Yeah, we should left a while ago.
Go on and go.
Let me get the safety.
Yeah, I'll leave it. No safety allowed.
Men don't actually want their pizza.
Yeah. I'm just gonna stay here. I'm gonna leave it up. Univit.
Have fun. You just
Bye.
defeated the 1200th blue slime.
Timmy, you need to get up too.
I'm sure that's what he's doing.
So, of the 3 people that are still here, I'm gonna be working on putting walls in what tunnel we have right now. Does anybody want to start farming wood?
I am working on it currently.
Cool, cool, cool.
There you go.
Alright. I'm gonna put the wood I have in the wood chest. And I'll be going. Well, actually, hold on.
Do you need a bodyguard?
Maybe. Probably not immediately. I'll also throw all the acorns I have in seeds.
What is it?
It do be pretty stormy.
Ginger's gonna be so sad when they leave and she's stuck here with just me.
Then they'll come back with pizza.
That's fair. I can take my mask down now. Yeah, then they'll come back with pizza and she'll be torn between who she should beg at.
Yeah.
GG.
Thank you.
This is mindless. Truly.
I honestly don't have any brain power left, so it's kind of relaxing. Oh, wait, it's a blood moon? It's a blood moon.
Yeah? You can go get some,
Well,
what's it called?
you see, the reason why I discovered it was a blood moon was that I saw driftlers as I was harvesting wood.
I see.
Oh,
I'm up here.
I knew it was a blood moon because the water got red, and then in chat it said a blood moon is rising.
well, yes. I
That
I
too.
couldn't see past the blizzard.
Ah, fair, fair, fair.
26 gold.
I know how the blizzard really, you know, covers chat.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good call. I should put up my gold because I have like a ridiculous amount.
You could come place torches in here if you want, Cameron. If you're looking for something to do. Place them on the walls now.
I'm gonna try to farm money up here.
Fair enough.
I have over a platinum now.
We will need to buy bombs. Like lots of bombs. So we can dig the trenches to this tunnel
Yeah.
after the tunnel gets made. One of the more fun parts.
I like how my bees are just having fun in the lava.
Women in the soup.
Wish I had a better hammer now too.
I do like this. I have a kill count of the nearest enemy to me. Currently is a bunny with 45.
You've killed 45 bunnies.
Apparently.
You monster. You absolute monster.
Oh, we gotta farm the thing.
Yeah, there's not many enemies coming.
Really?
There's like nothing.
Strange.
Ah, nice.
This is so mindless. I've been rewatching the Netflix version of Lemony Snicket lately.
Mhm.
Oh yeah?
It's really good. Have you guys seen it?
No.
No, I haven't. Sorry.
Did you guys ever read the books?
I read some of them. Obviously, it's been a long time since then, but
I feel like Netflix did a really good job at adapting it. It's Neil Patrick Harris as Count Olaf is
interesting.
splendid.
That is an interesting casting choice.
He does very well. It's real good. It's real good.
Real good.
They're on. I can't remember the name of it. It's the one after the carnival. Not the carnivorous carnival, but the next one. Something to do with a mountain. The Perilous Purge or something like that. That's the one I'm on now. I think I want to start a new anime. Well, new to me anime.
Mhm.
It's also on Netflix. It's Neon Genesis Evangelia.
Nah. A classic.
Yeah. Been told it's basically the mother of all modern mech anime.
Yeah.
Like, influenced uh, Gurren Lagann, uh, Darling in the Franxx, all of them
Yeah,
in
that's
recent
what I
memory.
figured.
So yeah, I'm excited to maybe watch that one. I did watch Cells at Work recently.
Yeah.
How is that?
It's it's really fun. It's like slightly episodic. They're like it's episodic in the way that
Um. Uh-oh.
pretty much everyone in the show, like, it doesn't really matter what happened last episode. What matters more than anything is like just what's happening during the episode,
Yeah.
which makes it more episodic. But like the characters do have memory, which does technically make it a serialized show.
Mhm.
Interesting.
But I would say it's the loosest definition of a serialized show, and I'd call it more of an episodic one because of that. It's not nearly as episodic as Space Dandy, though.
Yeah.
Space Dandy is what you call truly episodic. The characters die like once every couple episodes.
Yeah.
In
I
that
think I
show.
remember watching through some of that with you.
Yeah, fucking crazy.
You remember
I still haven't finished
Kino's
it.
Journey?
Kino's Journey was good.
That was also rather episodic.
Yeah, I would say so.
That was a good one. It was a little weird, but it
I
was
would say-
enjoyable for the little bit that it is.
I would say that's the way like Cells at Work actually plays. Like things that happened in the past, like they'll be referenced, but there's
Yeah,
not
they come
really
into
much.
play, but
There's not really much in the way of like ramifications of like
Yeah.
past events so much, which is weird because they're in a body and like your medical history is very important to you as a
Yeah.
person. But it hasn't really come up yet.
Interesting.
It's fun though. It's a nice fun show.
I've heard good things. Oh, the Blood Moon's leaving.
Like one of my favorite parts of it was like there was actually a blood transfusion at one point in the show.
Yeah.
And they just go like they're so unaware of the fact that there are other people in the world that like they just know that this body that they live in is their home. It's like their entire world. So like there's a blood transfusion and they're like, "Who are you people? Where'd you come from? What?"
Yeah.
it's very funny. Who just yelled?
The neighbors.
They say like suck my dick or something?
No.
It's totally what I heard. I might need a bodyguard now, Cameron. I'm getting into the Spiderville.
Spiderville.
Yeah.
Let me catch this first.
Fair enough. Just letting you know.
There we go. That didn't take too long.
I have had a couple spiders spawn on me, but not many.
Let me go deliver this to the angler real quick. Got an achievement. Oh, it gave me a hat.
Yeah. That's what you wanted, right?
That's not what I wanted.
Why is the guide dying?
0 problems.
The guide wasn't dying before Timmy moved shit around. This is all his fault.
How goes the wood farming?
It's fine. I got enough to complete the. I got what I deemed enough for now, I guess.
That's good.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back.
Enough for your side, I guess.
Not quite, but like I wanted to leave a whole stack in the chest, so I just took what wasn't a whole stack.
I appreciate that.
The first planting section is wood.
Wow.
Oh, Tim has it to where he goes in AFK after a while. I think that's what that was.
He's in the AFK right now.
Man, you turned into a robot.
Mm-hmm. You still are.
Yeah, super robot.
Internet seems fine.
Oh, now you sound fine.
I don't know.
You went to go look at your internet and it was like, fine, I'll stop playing around, man.
I didn't even move.
Well, I mean, you looked at it on your computer, I assume. Because you just said internet seems fine.
Yeah.
Oh. Talk again?
Talking.
Okay, you sound fine. I thought you were going out again there for a second.
Can Angler give me the thing I need?
Oh.
Why?
Can Angler get you the thing you need? Is that what you said? Ah. Well, I don't know how to answer that question. I think eventually he will. If it's something that he gives.
It is eventually.
Yeah, you just haven't gotten there yet, I guess.
I mean, it's just a random
Alright.
chance. It's just annoying.
Yeah. I get that.
I just wish he would have quests, more than one quest per day.
Ah,
But
where's
then
the
they
fun in
run
that?
out.
Exactly.
He had me catch an Eye of Cthulhu fish.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a fish.
Yeah, it's up in the sky. Up on the sky ponds. I caught one. It didn't take too long.
Well, that's good. How far have I gotten?
Farther than I have.
I mean, you just started the ice biome, though.
Like, how much more ice biome do I have? Most of it? I'm probably not gonna get through the ice biome before I run out of stone wall.
For reference, we're at about the first ice house pylon.
Jeez. Yeah, there's a bit to go, isn't there? I wish I had a faster hammer.
No, why don't you have one?
Because I don't.
Why would you do this?
Well, you know. Oh, there goes David.
Also,
Yeah. Yeah, man.
also, I see what you put in Discord sticker. Very nice. 20 stages.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that when, like Jacob texted me, and I'm like, oh no, I'm on level 19. I have a headache. I haven't eaten, but I'm coming. And so, I made it. Yeah, so I made it plus 3 artifacts, some logs and stuff. So overall, I'm very pleased.
Yeah, you did very well.
Thank you. I mean, it was on Drizzle, and I was picking my items.
Well, who cares?
Still.
Oh, you did it Trial of Command?
Yeah, command and sacrifice. So instead of buying, instead of like having to hunt for the
Fair.
chests.
Fair, fair. Honestly, when you're on sacrifice, it's better to just start the teleporter event early, and if you need more items, then leave the teleporter area, because mob spawns increase during teleporter events, and the money that they give you decreases.
The issue that I have is that Commando, in the very first beginning stages, Commando kind of is a difficult character for me to rush the teleporter with.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up like taking longer, and then sometimes I would get some of that time back. I actually had another run earlier today where I got to like, I don't know, stage 13 or 14, and I was able to catch up my time. Like, I wasn't thrilled with the time of this one because it was like 2 hours for 23-ish stages. One of those was just running to the obelisk, but you know.
It's not horrible though.
I'm glad they have other options for endings in this one, because I think that was part of the reason that he and I stopped playing the first one, is because there was only one path you could take, and that was to the final boss, or you could just loop infinitely. There was no other sort of way to end the game other than dying.
There wasn't even obliterating?
No, it was just going to beat Providence, that was it.
Gotcha. Yeah, winning the game for you guys was just winning the game for you guys was crashing the computer.
And that I distinctly remember I was playing by myself, and I kept looping just around and around, and eventually the game crashed on me, and I was like, you know what? I think I've hit the end of what this game can bring me.
Yeah. I don't feel like I'm even close to that with 2 though.
No, they've added so much more.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Did you see any walls that I missed?
No, I'm checking ahead to see if there are any.
Cool. Yeah. If you have a hammer on you, go ahead and start getting rid of them.
I would, but I don't have one on me.
Damn. Worth a shot. Alright.
It's consumed your mind and your life.
I feel like I just heard Megan laugh and say they're going to the hospital. And I don't
Yeah.
think that's what she said.
It kind of is. She was in there watching Forrest Gump. I'm out here in the living room.
Oh,
And
okay.
she said the only thing she could think of the entire time watching the movie was how malnourished Jenny is.
There you go. I'm glad that brought her joy.
Joy, I wouldn't call the emotion she's experiencing joy right now. More of exasperation.
Gotcha. She sounded like she was laughing to me.
I mean, she is laughing about it, but of like, can I not have peace kind of laugh.
Gotcha.
But no, there are no walls from here until the dungeon.
I'm like, oh man, there's so much left.
Yeah, but until you reach the dungeon, there are no other walls you have to destroy.
That's good. That's something. Can I destroy the dungeon walls with my tungsten hammer?
Maybe not tungsten.
That's all I have.
You never made a better one?
No. You want to make me one?
Make one. Yeah, we'll see what it takes to make one.
That's why it's taking me so long to break these walls. Pretty sure.
I mean, where's... I was right. That... I forget that the hammer that we have now is also an axe at the same time.
Well, I do not have that.
How do make? Oh, that's ridiculously easy.
You mind making me one?
Yeah, I'll make it. Well, I may have to go mining a little bit, but...
Fair.
Oh, no. No mining required.
I feel like I got a lot of hellstone last time I was down there.
It's not even that.
No?
No, it's meteor.
Oh.
He's shrimping with Lieutenant Dan.
I haven't watched Forrest Gump in a while.
She hasn't either. That's why she was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch it tonight.
I don't know if I own that DVD, which is wild because I own so many DVDs.
Yeah, you'd think with all the movies you own that Forrest Gump would be one of them.
Seeing as it is a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. C'est la vie or whatever.
I'm coming to deliver you the ham axe.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what it's called. It's a ham axe. 'Cause it's a hammer and an axe together.
I can't use a ham axe. I'm vegan.
That sounds like a you problem. Then you'll have to make one.
Fair.
Yeah, this was just 20 meteorite bars to make this.
Nice. Thank you.
That's the kind of I mean, they're making it better when we get it now.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, I hope it works.
I mean, that's the one I've been using.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
Wait, what? Why is this list?
What in what list?
What? That's not a hammer.
What?
Do I have one of those?
What is it?
I do have one of those. What? It's called a rockfish.
You can use that as a hammer?
A weapon and a hammer.
Oh. Well. Wild.
The rockfish is a hammer that can be fished from the underground layer.
Wild. I don't know what else to say, but wild.
Although the rockfish shares the spot of best pre-hard mode hammer with the molten ham axe. The latter is an ideal tool later on to its functionality as an axe. But it's apparently, other than this one that requires hellstone bars, it is the best pre-hard mode hammer.
They just got back. Am I almost out of the ice area?
Uh, yes, actually. You are very close to crossing into the dungeon.
Nice.
Yeah, you're on the outer edge, then you hit a little, like, you hit a tiny bit of just, like, cave, and then you're in the dungeon.
Cool. Honestly, after I get to the dungeon, I might just call it. We've almost been going for 2 hours.
That's nothing.
You
They just
guys-
got back, too.
You guys can keep going, you know? But I might end the stream. Because
Wow.
I'm feeling a little exhausted from all this wall placement and tunnel digging. When you're in a good, like, mindless zone, like, this is not that bad. But when you're not in a good mindless zone, this is horrible. Oh, well, you know what? I'm actually going to call it there because I just ran out of stone walls. So, you see how much I just got done, Cameron?
Yeah.
That is 2 stacks of stone.
I mean, you
So?
got a good ways.
Yeah. I've been going for 2 hours, just building a tunnel.
Are we done for the night?
You can keep going. That's fine by me.
Dave, are you done for the night? Ah, dang it.
Is he, actually?
Yeah, I said good.
Oh, well. You can keep going, that's fine. I just need to do something else with my brain right now.
Welcome back.
So, for those of you watching the stream, watch the VOD, thank you very much. I hope it was entertaining. I'll be back. I think I'm gonna take tomorrow off. And just do nothing. Or do like D&D stuff or something else. And, I'll be back on Sunday for more Praise the Sundays! And next time we get in Terraria, more is probably gonna be done, just not by me. So,
Agree?
until next time.
Man's already leaving.
It's been 2 hours.
I just got here.
You guys left.
I just got here. I
It's
feel
been
amazing.
2 hours.
Oh, hey guys, ready for more Terraria. I just got back.
Let's go! Tunnel Part 2!
Bye.